Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Capricorn for July 2019. Welcome, Capricorn. Hope everything's well for you. Let's do the shuffling and get on with the messages for July. So the first 3 weeks will be in Cancer, which indeed is your polar opposite sign. So we're in water, so we can sort of really look forward to a lot of emotion coming through, Capricorn, which for you guys is probably, well, needed. We always need, you know, a bit of the opposites coming in. So a lot of you perhaps have got some of your planets in water signs, and because Cancer is your opposite, it'll be interesting to see how this resonates with you. Okay, let's go. The energy around your situation for July in the season of Cancer is the Emperor. So you like the Emperor. He's very motivated, very much about sort of structure, discipline, how to get to where you want to be, but with that realization that it's going to take work. Don't like gonna. Yeah, so it's going to take work and focus. So that's your energy for the month of July. So, but just remember too, you know, Capricorn, you're normally extremely focused people, but probably the Emperor's coming through for you because he wishes you to, it might get a bit too emotional for you this month. So if that happens, we can just use the structure and discipline of the Emperor to get through it. So head down. So let's see where you are right now, Capricorn. So we're starting off with an ace, so the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is clarity, particularly clarity coming through after a time of, you know, feeling, you know, that you didn't have that clarity. So a bit of a battle there. But when the aces come in, it's a new beginning. So obviously here you have this Ace of Swords. So the clarity of the mind really will help you to forge ahead in this Cancer season. So stick to that. And it's all about using your intellect as well, your mind, your brain, communication. All those swords energies are very much about mind power, communication, and being clear about what you want rather than, you know, just sort of bumbling along. This is a great card to start with, and start as you mean to finish there, Capricorn, with that clarity of thought. And apply that to your driven nature with your, you know, earth sign that you are, and very driven and focused on where you want to go, like the mountain goat. So use that to your advantage. So what it's crossed by, so this card's going to affect all the other cards in the spread, and it's the Knight of Coins. So the redeeming feature or the overall energy of this Knight is he's very slow moving, Capricorn. So, you know, just in case you were sort of thinking, oh, why is everything taking so long? Just remember, when he's in play, this Knight of Pentacles, he's very committed, he's very driven as well, but he takes his time. He's quite meticulous with details and things like that, which is really what you guys do, Capricorns. You're very sort of focused, detailed type of folk. So just don't be in a hurry this month. Just use the slow-moving energy of the Knight of Pentacles or Coins to get to where you want to go. That coupled with the Ace of Swords should see you through quite well. Just remembering that though. Let's have a look at the background energy. So what was happening predominantly in June, May, June, so the Gemini season, which can be turbulent. And there you are with the the Nine of Cups, excuse me. So that's the wish card. So that's obviously the driver. Where do you want to go? What's your wish? You know? So focusing on that. This is a really great card to have when you do have that actual wish and you know where you want to go and it's something that you really want to complete. So it's about that, letting that be the driver this month. It can be anything you like, but it's a very emotional card. So it obviously has lots of emotional sort of content for you to sort of get to where you want to be with that wish card. And maybe you couldn't really attain that in May, June because of the Gemini, the windy sort of ungrounded energy of Gemini probably. I think it blew a few people off course. Just saying. Okay, let's see recent influences. And we have the Page of Wands. So good news is on the way. Despite you may feel like it's taking forever and a day, just remember with the Page of Wands, it's a forward-moving suit of wands. It's fire. So if you are waiting on certain pieces of information, etc., mail, notifications, etc., this is coming through. So keep your mind on that as well. And it's about sort of perhaps, ignite. It's the ignition of the wish card and the clarity. So it's all it's a mixed bag so far. We've got one of everything. Water, fire, air and earth. So really nice there, Capricorn. So go forward and, ignite that fire basically to start the wish. And you've got the clarity. It may move slowly, but that therein, again, you would like that because then you can pay attention to the details. The lesson that you'll be learning in July is the Ten of Coins, so very stable. Financials are stable, feeling that stability through it, so there should be no reason, and this is very much one of your cards, so there should be no reason as to why it doesn't come through for you because you've worked hard to get to number 10 of coins. So you have created that stability and it suits you to have that stability. So remember, you've got that to rest on as well. So there's finance and there's money available. Also, it could mean too some sort of inheritance coming through, or it has a lot to do with inheritance to this money. Whether that's you inheriting, or just using a legacy to get to where you want to go, using money that you've received from a legacy or an inheritance to really bolster up that bank account so you feel like, well, I can get going. I can really rely on that. I've got a good safety net financially. Near future, so coming in second week of July, we have the Hermit. So the first major arcana card to come in, and when these big ones come in, we know that, we really have to heed their advice. So the Hermit sort of says, take a step back. You've got a wealth of wisdom there, Capricorn. You know how things go, but sometimes we just need to take the pedal off the metal and stand back a bit and just survey the scene. Use your wisdom to get to where you want to go. Once again, bit of a slow-moving energy. This is interestingly enough, this is the major arcana that represents the Virgo, sign of Virgo, your fellow earth sign. So once again, it is a bit slow-moving, but it's also incorporating the wisdom and that sort of detailed balance there. But really, the Hermit is asking you just to take that step back and go a bit easy in the second week of July. Don't be, rushing in and having, conniptions because things are moving too slowly for you. You've got to sort of give it time to sort of move naturally and organically, really, I guess, with the Hermit. Very earthed as well. So, you can walk in the dark, basically, with the Hermit, because you can kind of feel your way along. What's happening that you're not realising? And you've got this sun. Oh, Capricorn, this is wonderful. So this is tucked down here in the bottom corner here. So, you know, the sun's a very healing energy. It's a big one. It's another major arcana card. So coming in second week, it looks like things, you know, things you can sort of appraise, things. That stepping back energy of the Hermit allows that sun to illuminate anything that you need to sort of see that normal wise we wouldn't see without the brilliance of the sun. It's a yes answer card too, so look, things are going to turn out well. I know I keep going on about this crossing card, the Knight of Coins and the slow moving energy, but it's just to remind you, you know, that is everything's sort of under scrutiny with the sun too, and it's worth your while to use that to really see what things look like under that brilliance of this sun. How others see you. The Queen of Cups. So very receptive once again. Just sitting there, taking advantage of the Hermit and just observing from your high mountain peak. And being very receptive and observant this month. And that's how they see you. So they'll probably think, oh, hang on, what's going on? I haven't heard from them. No, it's not like them. But you're just watching the environment, actually. You're just cruising along, chilling out. Very female energy too. And it sort of really sort of incorporates that Cancerian mode of emotions and water. And just being, you know, going with the flow too, because Cancer, the time of Cancer can be stagnant water or it can be rushing water. So you need to be, I think this particular month, it's going to be about more observing in the stagnant. Things have slowed down for you. So there's another sort of little tip. That's how people see you. So it's quite a wise card as well. Let's have a look at what you're feeling positive about in July, or what you will be. Judgment. So, yeah, karmic debt wiped free. So, obviously, you've completed a cycle where there has been probably lots of different things happening for you. You know, judgment is, as it says, it's sort of that second chance, or having paid all your debts off karmically, which could be anything. We all know karma means cause and effect. So if things haven't gone your way, you sort of have to go back and do it again. Oftentimes we have to go back and do it again several times. And it is frustrating, but it's just because it isn't right. So karmic debt is totally wiped free off that board for you, and you're ready for the next round of karmic free debt. So whatever that means to you, Capricorn, it's a really good card. And once again, major arcana, so really take note of the three big heavy hitters you've got this month so far: Hermit, Sun and Judgment. So karmic debt wiped free. The outcome. And then finally, by the end of the month, and we've crossed over into Leo. So this sun here it sort of represents Leo. So it's about, you know, just that maybe waiting to that third week. And this comes in and you take your power back. So if you've been feeling the frustration of the slow moving energy, by the time we enter into the sign of Leo, the fire sign of forward moving energy, we can take our power back. Which basically a lot of the times means saying no instead of always being a people pleaser and a yes sayer. You just sort of slot it into how you feel about things. If it doesn't gel, just say, well, no, not at the moment, sorry, thank you very much. So that's really great. A great conclusion for the month, and, you know, positive things to look forward to too. I'm just going to put a clarification card on the Knight of Coins for a start, because that slow moving energy needs to be clarified. We know what it is, but we just want to clarify that, and clarify that Queen of Cups, because that's that very observant, receptive energy. And see if we can get to see what's underneath that. Okay, so underneath the Knight of Coins, we have Temperance. So it's the universal card of divine timing, so the right time. So slow moving energy will bring you to that right, correct balance. So it's all about balancing. It's a balancing act. So don't try and push the envelope with the Knight of Coins at any point, because it's going to come out exactly how the universe wants it to. And everything always does. It's us humans that try and sort of muck around with and beat the universe. Sometimes we just can't sometimes, and then we're reminded of it and we slink back and go, oh, I better wait and see. Just be patient. So great outcome there with that slow moving energy. So that's just, you know, an incentive to stick to that energy in July. Okay, let's see what's underneath this Queen of Cups. So why are they wanting you to be receptive and just sit back observing, taking it all in, going with the flow? Now, that's how they're seeing you. Yeah, because underneath that patient sort of receptive energy, we have things going, kicking off really fast with the Eight of Wands. And that's a free-flowing energy where things, it's more like coming into when we cross over to Leo in the third week, mid-third week, then things really ignite again. So it's just about waiting for that and having that breather before things go, you know, they really take off with the Eight of Wands. And it's in many ways, it's also very much a travel card, but travel can also mean travel in your own life, when to put the brakes on, when to really jam down that accelerator, but just wait and be observant first. Okay, Capricorn, I'm just going to do your overall clarification card, which will hopefully bring this whole reading together for you for July. Letting go. Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it's letting go. Letting go simply means allowing things to be as they are without constantly struggling to control or resist an outcome, or continually reminding yourself of an unhappy past event or negative emotion. So definitely that really ties in with being the Queen of Cups this month, Capricorn, just going with the flow and letting go of things and just being in the now. And, you know, really the reverse of letting go, well, holding on, we often hold on, but letting go is much more beneficial. Thanks so much for listening, Capricorn. Have a great month. Talk soon.